Now, when Andrew was planning out this build, he wanted products that were stronger and also lighter. Now, sometimes when you're going to a stronger product, it's not necessarily going to be lighter. So not all of these parts are going to shave weight, but there are a few that are going to shed some massive pounds. So to prove out what's what, let's throw it on the scale. All right, first things first, we're going to weigh Andrew's seat. Now, he does have a G80 M3 comfort seat in, but it should be pretty similar to the factory seat. And just to make sure, we have his factory seat over there, in addition to my carbon seat from my G80 M3, all for comparison before we put it up against his mighty, super lightweight Sparco seat. So with that, let's see how much the orange seat weighs. All right, G80 comfort seat, 54.6 pounds. Now let's throw on an M340 seat, 52 pounds even. All right, for kicks and giggles, we have my G80 M3 carbon seat, 48 pounds. Carbon saves you 4 pounds. All right, Andrew. 13.44 pounds with the metal bracket. Now, we might have to add a slider onto this, but still, that is crazy.
Huge amount.
The stock G20 M340i hood. Now, this is aluminum, so it's actually a pretty good weight. We're bouncing between high 26s and low 27s. So we'll call it 27 pounds. All right, and now for the carbon hood. All right, we're about 29 pounds. All right, so we're a little bit surprised by that. The aluminum hood is actually 2 pounds lighter than the carbon fiber one. The other thing about carbon fiber hoods is you really need to run hood pins so they don't crack off and fly off, especially if you have 1150 horsepower. That means we also need to weigh the hood pins. All right, 0.8 pounds. So really, you're looking at like almost 3 pounds heavier by going to carbon. Not sure if that's gonna make the cut or not. What do you think?
Probably sticking with the aluminum factory hood.
All right, next up we have the trunks. All right, this is about 30 and a half. 14.4. That is a winner right there, folks. All right, so as you just saw, the trunk, on the other hand, is about half the weight of the factory one. If it was made of aluminum, we might just leave it, but because we can save about half the weight, that's going to be great. What is every 100 pounds you save, you get a 1/10 of a mile or so?
Yep.
So our goal is to get as many 100 pounds as possible. Now for this next one, again, not all of these are specifically for weight saving. Some are for strength and durability. We're going to be going from a one-piece monoblock 18-inch wheel to a 17-inch beadlock. Now the beadlock has a lot more metal. It's probably going to weigh a little bit more, but it's going to make the car faster and safer by locking that tire in place, especially when you're running super low tire pressures. The Apex setup comes in at 45.2 pounds for the wheel.